Have you ever noticed that every time you decide to change your life, you're so excited in the beginning? You tell yourself, this time, I'm going to be consistent. You buy the journal. You make the timetable. You write down all your goals. For the first few days, everything feels easy. You wake up early. You pray. You read your Bible. You begin learning that new skill. You work towards your goals. You're telling yourself, finally, I'm becoming the woman I've always wanted to be. Then, somehow, life happens. You miss one day. Then another. After a while your fire becomes smoke. From smoke to coal. And from coal to ashes. Before you know it, you've stopped completely. Now you're looking at your notebook again, wondering why you can never seem to finish what you start. Sis, if that's where you are right now, I just want you to know that I understand. I've been there too. That place where you get tired of disappointing yourself. That place where you're scared to even start again because you're thinking, what if I quit again? It's frustrating. Because deep down, you know you're not lazy. You know God has put something inside of you. You know you have dreams. You know you want to grow. So why does consistency feel so hard? For a long time, I used to think consistency was just about having more discipline. I kept praying, God, help me to be consistent. But over time, I realized something. Before consistency can happen, there are a few things that have to be in place first. Consistency is usually the result of something deeper. When those deeper things are missing, you'll keep starting over no matter how motivated you feel. So today, I just want to share 4 things that have genuinely helped me. And the last one is what you wouldn't want to miss. Not because I've mastered everything, but because these are the lessons God has been teaching me, and they've completely changed the way I look at consistency. 1. Passion. I truly believe this is where everything begins. It's very difficult to stay consistent with something your heart isn't connected to. Sometimes we blame ourselves for not being disciplined enough, when the real question is, do I really have a burden for this? Because when something becomes a burden in your heart, when you genuinely love it, when you know this is where God is leading you, you keep coming back to it. You'll still have difficult days. You'll still get tired sometimes. But there's something inside you that refuses to let it go. That's what passion does. Passion gives you a reason to begin again after you've failed. So before you ask God to make you more consistent, ask Him to give you a heart that burns for the assignment He's placed in your hands. Because when your heart is fully in it, consistency becomes much easier. Number 2. Determination. One thing I've noticed is that so many of us are waiting for a feeling before we make a decision. We keep saying, when I feel motivated, I'll start. When life becomes less busy, I'll become consistent. When everything is perfect, I'll finally take it seriously. But sis, life is never going to stop happening. There will always be something competing for your attention. There will always be days when you're tired. There will always be moments when you feel like giving up. That's why consistency doesn't begin with motivation. It begins with a decision. A real decision. The kind of decision you settle in your heart. The day you look at yourself and say, enough is enough. I can't keep living in this cycle of starting and stopping. I can't keep praying for change while refusing to commit to the process that brings change. That conversation has to happen with yourself. Because no one can make that decision for you. Not your pastor. Not your family. Not your friends. There comes a point where you simply decide, this matters to me, and I'm not walking away from it every time it becomes difficult. Will you still have hard days? Absolutely. Will there be days when you don't feel like showing up? Of course. But determination reminds you of the promise you made to yourself. It whispers, you decided this was important. Don't let today's feelings cancel yesterday's decision. And I truly believe that's one of the biggest differences between people who stay consistent and people who don't. One person waits for the feeling. The other has already made the decision. Number 3. Start small. Can I be honest with you? I think this is where a lot of us lose the battle before we've even started. We're so excited about changing our lives that we try to change everything in one day. We make a long list. I'll wake up at 4 a.m. I'll pray for 2 hours. I'll read 10 chapters every day. I'll learn a new skill every day. I'll stop every bad habit immediately. By the end of the first week, we're exhausted. Not because we weren't serious, but because we expected too much from ourselves too soon. Sis, growth doesn't happen that way. Even a baby doesn't wake up one morning and start running. A baby learns to sit, then crawl, then stand, then take one step. Before you know it, that same baby is running. That's how growth works. So why do we expect ourselves to master everything overnight? Give yourself permission to start small. If you're trying to build a prayer life, don't focus on praying for hours. Focus on showing up every day. If you're trying to study your Bible, don't pressure yourself to finish so many chapters. Read a little. Understand it. Let it change you. If you're learning a new skill, don't compare your first few weeks to someone who has been doing it for years. One step. One lesson. One improvement at a time. Never look down on small beginnings. Those little things you do faithfully every day may not feel like much right now. But months from now, you'll look back and realize they were the reason you became consistent. Remember this, sis. The goal isn't to impress people with how much you do in one day. The goal is to become the kind of woman who keeps showing up. Slow progress is still progress. And small, faithful steps will always take you farther than big steps you can't sustain. Number 4. Stay around the right people. Can I tell you one thing I've learned about this journey? You cannot stay inspired all by yourself. No matter how passionate you are. No matter how determined you are. There will be days when you're tired. Days when life feels heavy. Days when you don't even want to try anymore. And that's okay. You're human. That's why you need the right voices around you. The truth is, the people you listen to every day are shaping the way you think. If all you hear is negativity, excuses, and distractions, before long you'll begin to think the same way. But when you're constantly feeding your heart with God's truth, wisdom, and encouragement, something begins to change. You start remembering why you started. You start believing again. You start getting back up, even after you've fallen. Sis, don't ever think you're strong enough to grow in isolation. We all need reminders. We all need encouragement. We all need someone to lovingly say, "Come on, don't give up. Start again today." That's one of the reasons I created this channel. Not because I have everything figured out, but because I want us to grow together. I want this to be a little corner where, every single day, you're reminded to put God first, to keep going, and to become the woman He's calling you to be. So make this part of your daily routine. Before you get caught up in everything the day wants from you, spend a few moments here. Read the post. Meditate on it. Pray about it. Carry that truth with you into your day. I truly believe that if you keep filling your heart with the right things every morning, it becomes much harder for the wrong things to pull you away. So don't just scroll past. Stay here. Grow with us. Let's encourage one another. Let's become women who don't just start well, but women who finish well. I'm praying for you, and I'm believing that one day you'll look back and realize that the woman you used to be is no longer the woman you've become. One day at a time. One decision at a time. One faithful step at a time. And by God's grace, we'll get there together. Red Heart. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification.